Hi everyone, thanks for coming. So today is another mailbag with Temu items. Just a quick rundown of an order that we got. So we'll have a look at that. First up, we've got these soldering iron cleaners, little tins. They've got the sponge type stuff, metal sponge type stuff in a container. As you can see, I've got a few of them. I've got soldering irons all over the place, and I like using these to clean things up with. So what I've done is I've got this one here. I popped the plastic out of the lid. You can see this one's got the plastic in the lid, so I've popped that out and then I've glued that on to my stand, and now I can use it like that. So it does a really good job of cleaning up all the tips without taking all the heat out of it, so I really enjoy using those. We'll have a look at the listing, which we paid $2.60 roughly for. I think it was slightly cheaper. I got 4 different ones and they're all slightly different prices, but it seems like good mesh, and it's exactly what I wanted. I just wanted a tin that could sit there on its own and tap the soldering iron straight into it. So that was a good buy. I'm really happy with that, and we'll see, I may end up having to order some more. Alright, on to the next. So the next one is this here, which is actually stickers for the wife. When she does cooking, puts it in the freezer and such. These are little labels that she can write on and put straight in there. If I can get hold of one. There we go. Put your contents on, and write your date, and then you know exactly what's in it when you open it up in the freezer. We've been using different types of these for quite a long time. These are just ones that were on Temu. So we'll go to the listing. So that's the listing there. So $2.87 it's listed for at the moment. That's a great buy. How many is there? Yeah, so there's 100 of these listed, and if we grab this here, you can see it's quite strong. It's got a bit of plastic to it, and I think they'll hold up quite well. It's quite sticky. I think they're going to be a good one. So the wife should be happy. Alright, what have we got next? We've got little syringe type bottles. So they're just got a nice little needle point to them. Bring on the screen there. There you go. So nice little bottle, and I use this type of bottle for a few different things. I've got hang on, we'll go back out to the bigger screen. So yeah, I've got 2 of them here that I use. They're a little bit bigger. This one's a 10mm, the one that I've just bought. These are probably 30 by the looks of them. That's got some isopropyl alcohol in it. You can just do tiny little dots. And then I've got one that has some sewing machine oil in there, and that's handy just to be nice and accurate with it. I've also got one that has vinegar, which I use the vinegar whenever you get rust and battery acid inside battery holders. You put some vinegar on, scrub it with a toothbrush, not your used one, just a dedicated one, and it does a great job of cleaning up the rust. And then you hit it with a bit of isopropyl and it comes up really well. So they're a great buy. We'll have a look at the listing. Yeah, so a pack of 3 10 milliliter each, and for the 3 of them $1.40. That's cheap. So I'll be getting some stuff into those, get some stickers onto them labeling what they are, and put them around my different work areas, because it's always handy to have a little bit of oil, a little bit of vinegar, and I suppose because I've got 3 I'll do the isopropyl as well, so I might get another couple of sets and put them around as well. But that's a nice cheap handy little bottles. Alright, on to the next one. So next we've got these washers, a couple of packs of washers. I love these panel washers, or that's what I call them. These are very thin, but they do a good job. I'll just find a screw. Okay, so this is a bit of overkill, but we've got the screw there. We'll bring that over and have a look. So we've got the panel washer and a screw, and it gives a nice big head. So if you're screwing into plastic or something like that, or you've got light plastic that you're trying to hold on, it's a great thing to put a panel washer over and give it a bit more support. I use these a lot for a lot of different things to make sure I get a good hold on stuff. And even this pack here, which we'll open up. Okay, so this is a pack of just small little washers, different sizes, same sort of thing. You can use them to bulk out the heads on screws. These screws aren't too bad, they've got a decent head, but if you've got a tiny head you really want to use some sort of washer to bulk them out. And just general repair stuff, you go through some of these washers. So they're a cheap pack, I grabbed hold of them. So we'll have a look at the listing. So the first listing we've got for the panel washers, they're a 25mm washer with a 6mm hole. I haven't, on this screenshot I didn't quite catch the sizes up the top there. It's listed at $5.20. I paid $4 something for them. It's still cheap. There's 100 of them in there, and so that's cheap. Good handy set. The next one is the box of washers. So that's the box of washers there. I got the 80-piece set, so there's only a few in here, but $3.11 is what I paid. That's cheap for some small size washers. These can be hard to find sometimes. You run all around the house looking, and quite a good deal. Yeah, these boxes, they're a great way to go. Alright, we'll have a look at next part. Okay, so next up we've got a switch. Just a simple on-off foot switch that you can put under your desk to turn things on and off, turn lamps on. Yeah, it's a a momentary one, this one, so when you hold it on, it's on, take it off, it's off. Something like a spot welder or that type of thing you could use it for. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. I came across it and it was pretty cheap. Where are we? $3.30 for a foot switch. I think that's a bargain. Got on the back here, we've got common in white, red is your normally open, and you're normally closed in the black. So your white and black will be hooked together while it's sitting open like this, and once you close the switch, then you're going to come over and connect to the red wire, so then it'll power something from the red wire. The black one doesn't need to be connected, that can be just left open, and then the input's going nowhere. Rated to 250 volts. So yeah, I thought it was worth a look and a try. We'll if we do end up using it, we'll pull it open and have a look at the insides, check it all out, and see the screw there's not in very well. But you've got to expect those sorts of things for that sort of price. It's just crazy cheap. So yeah, another one to have a go with. Alright, next up we've got this. This is a roll of protector with tape at the top, and so this folds out from the bottom, and if you're taping something up to paint, you unroll it, and the plastic at the bottom folds down and covers things up. It's a good way to wrap up when you're looking at painting. It's usually, if you go to Super Cheap or Autobarn or something like that, they're pretty expensive. Here we had $2.80, and yeah, 55 centimetre, so that's going to be, you know, a fair width of drop to protect things. So I think this will be handy. I fully expect that the tape is going to be pretty average, but I might be surprised. Once I use it, I can do a further review on it, but I thought it was worth a try for $2 or $3 and see how it goes. Alright, next is this one. This is a cable tie gun. I love these things. Quite a heavy item. I paid nearly $14, $13.80. I paid for it, but well worth it. I've got a couple of these. They do have an adjustment here that you can adjust how tight it goes and when it cuts, but basically this will take a zip tie, pull it tight, and then cut the end off. Got a zip tie here. I'll show you how it works. So put your zip tie on as usual, and then here you've got a little groove just there. It's a bit hard on this black one, but it slides in like that, and you come right up against the zip tie, and as you pull the trigger, it grabs it and pulls it, and then once it gets fully tight, so that's pretty firm there, but if you just keep pulling, it'll cut it off. So you've got a zip tie on there firm and trimmed off all in one movement. So these are a fantastic thing. I use a lot, and that's a small zip tie. You can go ahead to a bigger one and it'll do the same thing. So hook it on, cuts it off, it's on there. Although it's $14, it's a great item. It's strong, it's metal, it's got plastic on the outside, but it feels like a good quality plastic, and it just does what it's supposed to. So I really like that item, and I'll put that listing up there. As you can see, there's a blue one as well, which I've got one of those in another room. This is an item I've already bought before, and as with most things, if I find something I like, I buy another or 5. So you can see there's a small number on there, which does slowly change as you go, and that adjusts your tension and how tight it is before it cuts it. I haven't mucked with that. Usually out of the box they just work. As you can see, I've just pulled it out of the plastic, and that's a nice firm zip tie. Nice and easy. You can just go along, bang bang bang, hit all your zip ties. I usually go along, put the zip tie on, just pull it firm, set them all out where I want to go, and then I come along with the gun and do the final tighten and cut. It's a good job. So yeah, that's the last of them for this order, I think. So if you have any questions, just let us know. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you again. Bye.